Yeah, I think using the platform she has that she's gained with all these followers nationally, but also globally.
CaitlinClark dominates the WNBA, controlling a quarter of retail sales, ticket sales, and TV ratings. Her unmatched star power is transforming the league's future. How did one player get so strong? What effect will this have on the advancement of women's basketball?
I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all not like about Caitlin Clark? Is it the media coverage? Do you not like?
From the beginning, a shocking statistic regarding CaitlinClark's impact on the WNBA the previous season both excited and surprised fans. In addition to her accomplishments on the court, Clark transformed the league's reputation, increased fan engagement, and brought women's basketball unprecedented recognition.
The tickets to the Indiana Fever home opener right now, the cheapest ticket to get you into the building to see Caitlin Clark, $271. And as the tweet here says, that's more expensive than 29 of the 30 NBA teams' home opener lowest priced ticket. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to give you one more here, Ron, before I get your thoughts. A valuation expert estimates that Caitlin Clark has generated somewhere on the order of 36 million extra dollars of revenue for the city of Indianapolis since she was drafted by the...
The population decline was shocking. Caitlin Clark drove 25% of the WNBA's ticket sales, retail income, and broadcast viewership during the previous season. Her announcement has been met with astonishment, agreement, and admiration from fans, commentators, and league executives. How could one athlete have such a profound impact?
And that's a more rational request, at least. The only problem is the WNBA, until Caitlin Clark, had no rev.
Clark has captivated audiences with her dynamic flair, charisma, and ability to perform at crucial moments throughout her professional career. She has long demonstrated to her supporters that she is more than simply a basketball player, with her amazing achievements at Iowa and her capacity to inspire her team when they need it most.
She obviously spaces the floor for us. She makes tough buckets. She gives us another option on the floor to run our off-ball screening action for. She gives us another player that can play with the ball in her hands in the two-man game. She just has a really high IQ and
she can communicate with fans at a level above her ability level. Caitlin Clark possesses a special blend of talent and marketability. She gives performances on the court that are unmatched and exude passion. A new era in which the WNBA is widely acknowledged and respected is ushered in by Clark.
A superstar, not a female superstar. She is a superstar. She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle. The ratings just came in. Caitlin Clark's game on Sunday did a bigger number than Warriors Celtics. Did 3.5 million. Warriors Celtics did 3 million. 3.5 million for a women's college basketball game. I think the WNBA, they have two great teams. They have the Liberty and the Aces. And they played in the finals last year. They both have, multiple MVP caliber players, but it hasn't garnered quite the buzz yet. You already have a pretty high level of basketball, and then you add in a superstar in Caitlin Clark to the league.
Fans have lauded Clark on social media and compared her impact to that of NBA legends who have gained worldwide recognition. Comments such as, "Caitlin is the future of basketball and she's making history, and we're all lucky to witness it," have been widely shared on Instagram and Twitter. The league's executives are definitely listening. Clark's impact on attendance, ticket sales, and merchandise demonstrates the size of the women's basketball market. When a player engages fans on a personal and professional level, it serves as a wake-up call for the league to use star power and build on Clark's momentum.
I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all not like about Caitlin Clark? Is it the media coverage? Do you not like that she complains after foul calls like everybody else? What exactly is the reason why I see so much hate on social media and from WNBA players? All she's doing is bringing more attention to the game, and she's very skilled. Like, whenever I watch Iowa games, her teammates always got an open shot. Please explain to me why.
Caitlin Clark's ability to elevate the WNBA to unprecedented heights is evidence of her unique creativity. This figure confirms WNBA fans' belief in the talent, excitement, and potential of women's basketball. When the league starts a new season, Clark will be the talk of the town.
The official homepage of the WNBA right now, when they announce the schedule, is a photo of CaitlinClark, and that's it. It's only Caitlin. It's not any other players. It's not any other teams. The fact that they are seemingly leaning into her finally at the very off the rip, leaning into her, like having her front and center. This is just something that I don't think that we would have seen last season. And
discussions among fans, players, and experts have centered on CaitlinClark's impact on the WNBA and whether she should be compensated more than her current salary of $75,000. Clark's figure is comparable to that of other superstars, such as Angel Reese, despite his unmatched influence. CaitlinClark's breathtaking performances on television and in theaters continue to captivate audiences. Last season, she served as the face of women's basketball, propelling the league's growth from packed arenas to WNBA retail sales that included her name and number. Everything changes when Clark is around.
And bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah, it covers that. It definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary. 74?
The fact that she oversaw 25% of the WNBA's overall ticket sales has stunned fans. Many argue that for such a significant effort, awards and financial recognition ought to be provided. Social media users question the WNBA's decision to pay Clark the same as other players, arguing that she is the driving force behind the league's success and deserves fair compensation. The dissatisfaction stems from the league's pay cap, which limits players' earnings despite their significant contribution to ticket sales, merchandise, and viewership. Under her standard contract, CaitlinClark makes $76,000 annually, which is significantly less than what her supporters believe she should be paid. Fans have compared her salary to that of another rising female basketball player, Angel Reese. Fans argue that Clark has a greater impact on ticket sales and commerce than Reese, despite Reese's talent.
Literally making $76K. You look at any male sports and people are getting $1 million just signing bonuses, not even their contract. On the one side, you get a lot of people that rightfully so bring up the fact that like, hey, people don't watch the WNBA. I think it's great that like more eyeballs are coming into it now. CaitlinClark being a part of the league is definitely going to bring more attention to it. I hope that more fans buy tickets, buy jerseys, watch the games, because that's what's going to get players paid more. But I was genuinely surprised at how little that was.
More players like this come, or she brings more excitement, then all of a sudden people get more engaged to other players that she might be playing against to see who they're battling. And that's kind of how this thing kind of builds momentum. If you look at it, it's kind of like CrossFit Games. Like back in the day, you know, it started off where it's at. Then personalities start to grow it, and then more money comes, and then more money comes, and then more money comes. Maybe WNBA hasn't had that like catalyst that it needed to spark this like snow.
The WNBA's pay structure has drawn criticism for being out of date and failing to recognize players' noteworthy efforts. Raise awareness of the league. Because of Clark's accomplishments, the WNBA has received a lot of attention, which has made some people curious about the league's player compensation practices. However, a few of fans and experts caution against focusing solely on individual players when talking about league-wide concerns. Even though Clark is a superstar, others argue that cooperation among all parties is essential to the NBA's growth in order to promote all players and teams. Nevertheless, even these voices acknowledge Clark's unique significance and deserve special acknowledgement.
Like a typical New York Liberty game, the courtside seats for this game cost high four figures, drawing on a par with the NBA.
I mean, that is crazy and quite the phenomenon. But then when I started reading about her, the stories that I encountered were all about the contrast between how popular she is. And then we have her starting salary as the WNBA's #1 draft pick, which is going to be $76,535.
The topic has drawn attention to the disparity in compensation between women's sports and the NBA. WNBA players are paid less even when their labor, skill, and marketability are comparable. Advocates are working to change the way that female athletes are viewed and compensated. The The WNBA needs to take measures to recognize players like Clark who are vital to the league's success in order to prevent player and fan discontent. The fact that she oversaw 25% of the WNBA's overall ticket sales has stunned fans. Many argue that for such a significant effort, awards and financial recognition ought to be provided. Social media users question the WNBA's decision to pay Clark the same as other players, arguing that she is the driving force behind the league's success and deserves fair compensation. The dissatisfaction stems from the league's pay cap, which limits players' earnings despite their significant contribution to ticket sales, merchandise, and viewership. Under her standard contract, CaitlinClark makes $76,000 annually, which is significantly less than what her supporters believe she should be paid. Fans have compared her salary to that of another rising female basketball player, Angel Reese. Fans argue that Clark has a greater impact on ticket sales and commerce than Reese, despite Reese's talent.